You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, it is Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we've got your Days of Our Lives 2-week spoilers. That's running from Monday, June 19th, all the way to Friday, June 30th. There is so much to unpack, so much exciting stuff happening, and there's a proposal, there are secrets leaking, and there is a poor amnesiac who desperately needs a rescue. We are going to dig into all that, but first, if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives spoilers, casting news, everything that you need to know about your favorite soap opera. All right, let's dig in. Monday, June 19th. We are going to see Talia doing a good deed and Chanel spotting her, and this may lead to some softenings of the hard feelings about the criminal activities of Jada Hunter's sister. Plus, Abe remembers it's his anniversary because he recalls in his mind that he got married on Juneteenth, and he knows that Juneteenth has rolled around again. And so Crazy Whitley King has to play along, but he has questions that she might not be able to answer. Plus, Eli Grant is back in Salem. He is there with Theo Carver and Paulina's mom, Olivia Price. They show up for the one-year anniversary of Abe and Paulina and Juneteenth. And Eli spends some sweet time with Julie and Doug. Plus, Theo is getting ready to make a speech on behalf of his dad, and Chad is there to help him. And of course, everybody is really worried because Abe remains missing. Then on Tuesday, June 20th, we have got Paulina getting comfort from people when her anniversary is awful because she's all alone and doesn't know where her hubby is. Chanel, Julie, Theo, and Eli all spend time with Paulina. And then we're going to see Dimitri Von Leuschner getting Gwen into the sack. Yes, he sexes her up in her little single bed in that hotel room. Then he tells her he's fallen head over heels and asks her to marry him. And of course, she reacts a little strangely because she's still coming off some heartbreak with Xander, but he is going all out to convince her that he loves her and wants to marry her. He's turning 40 in 3 months and has to have a bride by then to get the money. But the thing is, he doesn't really care that much about the money. All he cares about is making his mom happy, and this is what his mommy has told him to do. Gabby and Julie clash once again, and Abe gets back to grilling Whitley about their wedding memories because he is not seeing her face in his memories. So she decides to fake a wedding photo. She finds a wedding photo of Paulina and Abe and photoshops her face onto it, and that mollifies him for just a little bit. And then they have a vow renewal ceremony, which is really bizarre, especially since he's increasingly certain this is not his wife. We're also going to see Leo Stark getting in Megan Hathaway's face. He thinks she and Dimitri are running a con on Gwen, and he does not want his bestie hurt, so we'll have to see if Megan can either calm him down or lock him away until she gets what she wants, because we know she has no problem doing that. All right, Wednesday, June 21st has Kayla and Steve thinking about how lucky it is that they found their way back to each other, and Chad and Stephanie move forward in their relationship now that he has decided to start letting Abigail go. Plus, Xander tells Chloe Lane all about how weird Bonnie was acting when he was at the house. He's very suspicious of her keeping a secret from him. And Brady and Alex celebrate because they made a great deal for Basic Black, but Maggie Horton is going to be mad about it. Then on Thursday, June 22nd, Xander wants Justin to sit down and talk with him. He has got questions, and we have to wonder if Justin will keep the secret. He has two reasons to keep it. One, his wife told him not to tell Xander that Sarah was pregnant, and two, Bonnie paid him $1 as a retainer fee to be her lawyer, so he's also under attorney-client privilege, but obviously Xander's going to find out pretty soon. Plus, Maggie wants to hire Chad to come work for her at Titan Industry now that she has fired Alex and Xander turned her down for the job. She really needs a right hand, and Stephanie is shocked because it sounds like Chad might actually consider it. Plus, Sarah is very upset to hear that her baby secret is spreading around Salem, and she finds out that Bonnie blabbed to Justin, and she's really paranoid because this means Xander is one step closer to finding out the truth. Plus, Brady spends some time with Belle Black, and they talk about just things going on in their lives. Of course, she's not going to be happy to hear that Kristen is out of prison because that means she'll be pursuing her brother again. And Belle, no doubt, tells him about Sean being down in the dumps about shooting his father. Friday, June 23rd, we have got Belle and Talia in front of D.A. Trask trying to get a reduced sentence for her criminal activities. They're trying to put everything off on Colin. And Chanel tells Paulina that she thinks that Colin was abusing Talia. She seems to be softening on her, but Paulina is not one to really be soft. However, as an abused wife herself, maybe she'll take a second look. Plus, Whitney tells Abe that his son is in town to visit, and I have to wonder if she's going to enlist someone else to come and pretend to be his son, because there's no way that she can bring Theo there and still keep Abe captive. Plus, Eli volunteers to help look for Abe because the local cops are not having any luck. All right, in the second week of Days of Our Lives, starting on June 26, running to June 30, we have got Jada Hunter and Rafe Hernandez taking a big step forward in their relationship. Of course, there's still that rule about people not supposed to be dating that are working together, but maybe Abe will soften up on that. And more importantly, Abe's not around to say anything about it. Are these two going to hit the sheets, or are they just deciding to publicly date? Should be very interesting. We also have Eli questioning Whitley. Now, I suspect at this point that Whitley might still have Abe, and Eli is following up to question her as one of the last people they know that saw Abe at the hospital. And maybe he'll see some cracks in her that weren't present when they first grilled her. All right, we've also got a strange spoiler because it says Harris Michaels corners Megan Hathaway. And that's weird because this past week on Thursday, we saw Harris pop up at the mansion when Megan was coming out of the secret tunnels, and he is standing there glaring. And of course, Megan actually wants Harris back around her because she thinks she can get him back under her brainwashing control to lead her army of troublemakers. However, Harris is planning to take her off to a black site and drop her in a hole where no one will ever find her again. And Kate asked him to take Dimitri along for that ride. So we'll have to see who bests who when it's Harris versus Megan in the week of June 26. Finally, we have one last spoiler for that week, and that is Johnny DiMera comforting Chanel Dupree. Of course, she is horrified about her stepdad going missing and about her business being ruined by Talia and Chanel. And of course, she's tormented by these thoughts of how much she dislikes Talia, but also kind of feels bad for her about this abuse situation. Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives spoilers, casting news, and all the info you need about your favorite NBC Peacock streaming soap. So the big takeaway for me this week is that Dimitri gets Gwen in bed, which I don't think is necessarily that hard to do, but it's going to be much harder for him to convince her that it's love, especially with little Leo, aka Lady Whistleblower, guard dogging her. And I'm also extremely interested to see if Harris shuts down Megan's take over the world plans before they really get started, because we know that Days of Our Lives needs a good villain, and Megan is the ultimate DiMera. So it would be fun for her to stick around, but maybe Harris takes her off the board sooner than we expected. Let us know what you think in the comments below.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.